That's it. That's it. Oh, careful with my tea. You don't want to spill that tea. Oh, goodness me. There we go. Oh, my goodness. Oh. That's it. Oh, lovely tea. Oh, nearly that. Pop like that. That's it. Oh. Hello, it's Bob Barley here. Despite having to remain in isolation, away from friends and family, the government has allowed people to go out for daily exercise once a day, as long as you remain at least 2 yards away from each other. Well, I didn't realise this meant you could go further than your own garden gate. That was news to me, so I decided that I will get some exercise by taking a daily stroll through the park. I'm lucky as the park is only a very short walk through the park gate at the bottom of my road. Oh, and I set off taking some bread so I could feed the ducks while I was there. Less than 50 yards down the road though, oh, I knew this was going to be difficult as my bunions were already playing me up. Still, I made it to the park where there was a nice bench where I could sit down and rest for a while. Oh, I was glad to get there, I can tell you. Well, after catching my breath and resting my feet, I carried on with my walk. Oh, it was a lovely day. There wasn't as many people that would usually be in the park on a nice day, but there was a handful. I'll tell you what else there were. Joggers. People running around, getting quite close to you as they run by, or not obeying the social distancing rules. You can't tell them either because they've got silly things in their ears, more interested in listening to their cassette tapes than listening to others. Oh, most of them were young people. Well, they would be, wouldn't they? No respect for others. Oh, I do despair. Anyway, after a rather brisk walk, I needed to sit down again. And what better way to relax than feeding the ducks on the lake? Oh, I was soon the centre of attention with my bread. Oh, all sorts of ducks came over to find out whether it was granary or wholemeal, white or brown. There were mallards, a couple of coots, a moorhen, some geese, Canada geese in fact. Oh, they were very curious and they were very greedy. Oh, there was even a swan a little further out. Oh, but he never came closer. I even spotted a wigeon amongst the hungry group. It was granary, by the way. Oh, after my pause and brief chat with my feathered friends, I decided it was time to go home. On the way back, I saw a couple of police officers who were busy talking to some youths who thought it was acceptable to ride their cycles on the paths. Oh, I'm glad they got a talking to. You see these young ruffians these days, always on their bicycles, riding on one wheel. Rude individuals that show contempt for everything and everyone. Sometimes I wish they'd fall off. Anyway, arriving home, I did notice a smell in the air. It was one of those outdoor things that people cook on. I think it's called a barbecue. Yes. Well, to cut a long story short, it was my neighbours eating outside. Oh, couldn't they see that I had some tea towels drying on the line? They smell of beef burgers now. Oh, young people do annoy me, especially when they're eating outside. A nice picnic is what you take to eat outside, not char-grilled beef burgers. Oh, anyway, speaking of eating, I must go and make my tea. I'm going to have some stewed steak. I might have a tin of potatoes with it. I'll see you next time. Take care. Goodbye. Let me stick my stick. That's it. Let me see if I can get this long way down. There we go.